Here I have the Vitamix 5200 professional grade blender. I got this blender because I was needing something to just up my smoothie game, and I don't like smoothies when they're kind of clumpy and not smooth. So I purchased this Vitamix so that I could make smoothies so that I'd actually drink them. And it also comes with a feature where the friction within the blender will warm up what's inside. Um, and so I also use it to make things like eggnog or even soups. Now, one of the things that I really love about the blender is it's how easy it is to clean. So if you want to clean the inside, instead of having to take the blade apart and everything else, which you still can do by undoing the bottom, you can just put a little bit of soap and water in there and stick the blender back on with the lid and turn it on for a minute or two, and it'll clean underneath the blades and everything really nicely. My blender came with this tamping tool, so this is really great so that if you are making a smoothie and there's like clumps or frozen things in there, you can move it around to make sure that everything hits the blade and gets smooth inside there. But if you don't need the tamping tool, you can also just put the regular lid on. It just turns and locks on, and then you can just put the lid on like that and let it blend as well. The other thing that's great about this blender is that it has a variable speed option. So you can turn it from low to high, from 1 to 10 here. And then on this side, there's also a turbo speed. So you can flick that on, and then it just kicks up the power on it a whole lot. So one thing you need to remember is that when you're turning the blender off, turn the turbo off, turn your speed down, then turn it off, so that when you turn it back on, you don't forget that you had the turbo on and things will come out the top. So you can see once I blended everything and I flipped the turbo on, it really it made it nice and fluffy and airy and smooth. So that's what I really like about the turbo function. You can see it's nice and creamy, nice and smooth, no clumps at all in here. Just makes a really, really fantastic smoothie. And like I said, I use it for a lot of other things too, but predominantly smoothies. Okay, so I've added a little bit of soap and water in here, and I'm just going to turn it on to clean it. So basically, when you turn on the higher function, it gets the stuff off the walls. Of course, if you get smoothie or whatever you're cooking on the outside of the container, you're going to have to wash that off. But that in and of itself gets everything out from underneath the blade. And as you can see, after I rinse it out here, there isn't anything left inside there. It's totally clean. So love this blender. Highly recommend it for anybody that's wanting to really up their smoothie game. And basically, it's going to make great things like ice cream, soup, whatever you want to make with it. There's Vitamix recipe books available and plenty of stuff that you can find online that you can make with this really versatile machine, and I highly recommend it.